A Liberian friend sent me a link twice and told me that she's scared that one of our brothers from Nigeria who is resident in Liberia will destroy the good relationship that Liberia has with Nigeria. She said I should tell him that they are not interested in all he's saying about Nigeria and Liberia and should be stopped. That they've been in war for a very long time. So now that they have relative peace, that the last thing they need is to be dragged by Nigerians or to have issues with Nigeria because of what our brothers do. Tell him that we are not interested. We love Nigerians no matter what, and we do not need his advice. In fact, nobody should compare us with Nigeria. So, I opened the links. Dear brothers and sisters, do you know that when you compare two countries and you praise the other against the other, you automatically cause a rift, because the other nation that you condemned will immediately react to defend themselves, and in doing so they may make harmful statements or devise a harmful strategy just to counter you. And once it is done, it triggers a clash. South Africans weren't initially xenophobic. Dear brothers and sisters, I want you to share this video. They weren't like this because Nigerians and so many nationalities were there doing their businesses for so many years. There are Nigerians that have been in South Africa for so many years, for over 30 years. And they've been living in peace, in harmony. So what happened all of a sudden? It is because our brothers from a particular region went to South Africa, started cho. These people I'm talking about have a natural self-destructive personality. You see, these people I'm talking about will be building a mansion, but when you call them on the phone to ask them, nah, how far now are you there? They will tell you, nah, I go no nobodo. Somebody is suffering here. But this person is building a mansion. That is who they are. That is how they are. And so when you take them literally the way they speak, you may get confused or do things wrongly. I'm talking about people that will be eating a la carte, and when you call them on the phone, I said, nah, since morning person never chop. This person saying he never chop. They inside restaurant, they chop a la carte. It is who they are. I'm talking about my people. And so when they speak most times outside, it's reversal. And that is why sometimes when they speak, people get confused, because the main time that they will need that help, people may not believe them. The same thing happened in Ghana. In Ghana, so many Nigerians had been staying in Ghana for years. Both the Igbos, the Hausas, the Yorubas, the Galas, the Ijos, the Edos, the Efik, the Ibibio, name it. There has been peace for so many years, no dragging, until after 2020. When some of our Efulefus went to Ghana. To everybody that cared to know, before now, no Ghanaian will come out to say Nigerians are bad people. But your cho had triggered them. They are just repeating and acting out based on what you Efulefus said. And so, Nigerians decided to react to defend themselves. Dear brothers and sisters, those Nigerian Efulefus in Ghana destroying the image of Nigerians, go and check. They've not lived in Ghana for more than 6 years. Go and check. Meanwhile, before Unejebebawa, there are so many Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas, so many Efiks and Ibibios, so many people from different walks of life, Edos, name them, that have been in Ghana for years. No crime, no evil was reported against the Nigerians until you people went and lifted your camera. Cho. Now there is a big rift and hatred between the citizens of both nations, despite their governments trying to work in unity. Why? Because in your quest to get views, you started an unnecessary comparison. Dear brothers and sisters, well, let's go into this. But first off, let me tell you about Liberians. Dear brothers and sisters, share this video. Let it reach many Nigerians as practicably as possible. If you've mingled with a Liberian, maybe online or physically, both in Nigeria and abroad, I may not know your experience, but I'm here to tell you that they are good people. Liberians are smart and accommodating. When we talk about brotherhood, they have it. They understood the essence of brotherhood, and they love Nigerians.
Nigerians are our friends. Nigerian, they are our friends. Nigerian love Liberians. Nigerian cares about Liberians. That's why we hold Nigeria in our heart. When we go to Nigeria, the people hold us. We're not in Ghana.
Alright, dear brothers and sisters. Currently, there is a guy a Nigerian guy in Liberia who is now making videos. And you know, one funny thing is that he speaks like Liberian. So when you see him speak online, you may think he's a Liberian. And so you may want to defend Nigeria. Meanwhile, he's a Nigerian.
All the high school students in Liberia now really know wetin all God do for them, for making them Liberians, right? In Liberia, when you write WAEC and you fail in the major subjects, which is English, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, there will be an option where you will resit for the WAEC, like you will rewrite the particular subject that you failed in your WAEC, right? But in Nigeria, when you write WAEC and you fail in any of the major subjects, which includes English, mathematics, chemistry, biology, physics, my brother, you're not resitting on any other WAEC again. You will rewrite WAEC all over again. You will reapply to re-register for WAEC again. Then you will rewrite all the subjects, not just that one particular subject. You, as a high school student in Morovia, or in Liberia, you don't know what all God do for you. Thank God that you are a Liberian.
I'm not sure you schooled in the Nigerian university or even sat for WAEC in Nigeria. In as much as we have to rewrite all the subjects if we fail a particular subject, maybe the 5 compulsory subjects, let's say English or maths. Yes, what he didn't tell you is that you are not expected to pass all of them when you rewrite them. It is just the one you failed. That is why you can enter the university with what we call combined results. There is what we call 2 sittings. Not more than 2 sittings, or only 1 sittings, or not more than 1 sittings, depending on the course you want to study in the university. For example, you passed English, mathematics, chemistry, physics, and failed biology. You will rewrite WAEC, all subjects. But if you are able to pass only biology, even if you fail other subjects, congratulations. Why? Because the second WAEC you wrote was actually to pass only biology. The system just gave you an opportunity to do better and to have a better result. Meaning that instead of having CCs in all your subjects with one F9, you may rewrite, get C or even B in the subject that you previously failed, and then get C4, C5, B2, B3, or even A1 in the other courses that you initially got CCs. And on that note, you can discard your initial WAEC results and make use of the second result, or combine them to balance the deficit. When it comes to that, Nigerian system is better if you look at it critically.
So thank God that you are a Liberian. Nigeria's system of education is so harsh that before you write WAEC, you first of all write mock. Do you know what is mock? Mock is a preparation exam for WAEC, which is WAEC standard.
So obviously you didn't write WAEC in Liberia, and that is why it is good to do your research properly before you come out to confuse people. You are in Liberia, yet you do not know about their educational process. Liberians write preparatory exams, which is called mock exams, before WAEC. Many WAEC writing nations write mock before writing the main WAEC.
Even after you write WAEC and you pass all your subjects, right, you will still need to write JAMB to enter into the university. For the fact that you pass all your subjects in WAEC doesn't give you access to enter into the university. You have to write the university exam to meet up to their cutoff mark for you to be able to study that particular choice that particular course that you needed to study in that university. You have to write the exam to meet up with that cutoff mark before you can get admission into the university. But Liberia here, once you get passing all your WAEC, you are good to go.
Kai, my brother, we write JAMB, yes. If you fail JAMB, you write again. If you pass JAMB, your result is valid for only 1 year. Now, passing WAEC is not a guarantee to enter the university, but it is a criteria. You will write JAMB. Passing JAMB is not a guarantee to enter the university, but it is a criteria. You will write what we call post-UME, that is aptitude test. And each school will set their own aptitude test. When you pass it, your result will be combined with your JAMB result, and a particular result will be generated and then cutoff will be declared depending on the school. However, this method is recent. Aptitude test started between 2005 and 2006. All right, before then it is only JAMB that gets you into the university. Now in Liberia, you will write entrance exam before you enter the university. It is not only WAEC, as you said, they also write university entrance exam, which we call aptitude test. So even after passing your WAEC, you will write university exams before you gain admission.
And if you get P in Liberia here, which is pass, you can enter university with it. But in Nigeria, if you get pass, you are not entering into university. You must have credit. You must have credit, which is C. The least you must have is credit. But here, even if you have pass, which is PPP, in all your results, you can still enter into university. Y'all don't know what thing God do for y'all in this country called Liberia. If you're a high school student in Liberia listening to this video, I appreciate God for making you a Liberian, because we in Nigeria, it's not funny with us.
Yes, he's correct, but it is not called P. It is D7 and E8. That is why I said I'm not really sure about him studying in Nigeria. When you now gain the admission in the university, D7 and E8 are accepted in departmental semester exam. But for WAEC, it is a no. Well, it may be a good thing for them. It is their system. Let us leave them with their system. Stop saying, oh, God bless them for using that system. No, you may not know why their government adopted that approach. Maybe because they needed people to enter the university. Leave their system for them and leave Nigerian system for Nigeria.
If you're a high school student in Liberia listening to this video, I appreciate God for making you a Liberian, because we in Nigeria, it's not funny with us. Well, thank you. Keep following for more updates. Okay, so this person says, thank you for your response. I really appreciate, but what about the educational system and insecurities? Is it better? Bro, when you talk about the educational system of Liberia, don't go there. I will not advise anybody to bring their kids to Liberia for school. If you're in Nigeria, with your kids in school in Nigeria, even if you want to travel to Liberia, and have anybody that can take care of your kids in Nigeria while they are schooling, please leave them over there while they go to school there. The educational system in Liberia is nothing to write home about. Honestly, I have seen it with my eyes. So the educational system of Liberia is nothing to write home about. Even if you want to travel to Nigeria and you have kids and you want them to be going to school, and have anybody that can take care of them in Nigeria, leave them over there while they go to school there. Because school over here doesn't work, honestly. I'm sorry to say this, but the educational system of Liberia is nothing to write home about.
Bros, you are confusing people. You are the one praising Liberians for what their government did for them. In one video, you are praising Liberians and telling them to thank God for being Liberians because of how easy it is to get admission to the university. That's confusion. You cannot eat your cake and still expect it on your table. Do you know why Nigerians excel in every walks of life? Do you know why Nigerian doctors are considered the best when they travel abroad? Do you know why Nigerian nurses are seen as very good or even the best in the Western hospitals? Do you know why Nigerians, when they travel abroad, they are seen as one of the best? It is because our system, that system you feel may be harsh, is designed actually to expand your intelligence and capabilities. Every system in Nigeria is designed to expand your capabilities. Every system is designed to purify you to become the best. If it is better than just good, then it won't be easy to get. Have you seen the quality of Nigerian lecturers? Have you schooled in Nigerian university? Have you attended classes? And you happen to compare yourself to other people, you will realize that our lecturers in Nigeria are thorough. When you school in Nigeria, you may not appreciate what you have in Nigeria until you travel abroad, or maybe you go to the Western world. And that is why when our people go to the Western world, they will find a lot of things easier because the system back home drilled them not just to be half-baked. That is why they say that the university will pass through you. Nigerian system does not babysit people. They will prepare you. When you enter the camp of your enemies, you will know what to do. Education in Nigeria isn't designed to bring out half-baked graduates. Second, the population of Nigerians are much. Every Nigerian parent wants their children to be educated. Every household do have one or two persons that pass through the tertiary institution. So the system needs to purify and select those that will enter each year. Not because of inadequate institutions, because we have so many, but in many other nations, many of their citizens do not like going to school. They have this lazy academic mentality and self-entitlement. But in Nigeria and in some few other nations, almost every child or teenager dreams of entering higher institution. And the standard of education must not be lowered. So it is better than allowing millions to go through school and graduate half-baked.
When we talk about how safe Liberia is, some people will be in the comment section and start saying they will steal your phone when you're sleeping, they will steal your phone, they will snatch your phone, they will do. It's snatching phone insecurity. Do you know what is happening in Nigeria? Just recently, Nigerian Air Force announced an accidental bombing in Nigeria market. Accidental bombing, killing over 200 people, and they call it accidental bombing in Nigeria. That is insecurity. In Nigeria, one community will sleep and wake up, about 200 people, 300 people will be killed in one night. That is insecurity. Liberia is 100% safe. Liberia is very, very safe. Not to compare to what is happening in all other African countries, especially Nigeria. Nigeria is the worst country to travel to right now as an African or as a tourist or as anybody are traveling, looking for an African country to travel to. Avoid Nigeria for your own good. You can sleep in Nigeria, wake up in a hospital. Don't say I don't warn you. Nigeria is not safe to travel to.
I disagree with you. Insecurity is insecurity, but I understand him. Now you are becoming irritating and self-immolating. Are Nigerians dead? How many of your people slept and didn't wake up? You say that Liberia is safe based on where you are staying, right? But Nigeria is unsafe based on what happened in a particular place. You generalized and you are telling people not to visit Nigeria. You started though.
Okay, so this person says, bro, I'm a bag maker here in Nigeria and I want to relocate to Liberia with my kids before Tinubu will come to power again. So please, if you have any advice for me, please do. And also my chance of survival in Liberia. Thank you, bro. You want to run from Nigeria because of Tinubu. You want to run from Tinubu to Buakai. My brother, think twice, though. If you come into Liberia just for your business, I think it's okay. But if you running from Nigeria because of the country hardship and all, that means you should think of traveling to America or traveling to other Western world, not Liberia. Liberia is an African country. You should get this in your head. Because once they hear Liberia, they will think that it's such a developed or big country. Liberia is an African country that is not even 50% developed like Nigeria. Nigeria is far, 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 far more developed than Liberia. The only thing here is the United States dollars, the peace of mind, the unity, the holiday, just like today now is holiday, the holidays and the freedom, right? Apart from that, in terms of development or in terms of finding work, Liberia does not have any job opportunity to give to anybody. If you come in here, you're creating job for yourself, just like you said that you are a bag maker. If you make bag in Nigeria, you will still make money. If you make bag here in Liberia, you will still make money. But packing your family from Nigeria to Liberia just because of Tinubu, ask of Buakai also before you run. This is Africa. All our government setups are the same. The way Nigeria government operates and the way Liberia government operates, they are all still the same. Even before Buakai could get on the seat, Goodluck Jonathan, which was our former president, was in Liberia during the election, right? So they are still based on the same feather. Don't think that Liberia is in terms of the government. All is still the same. But if you come in with the mindset of coming to do your business and make money, come. But this is African country. This is not American. If you're looking for a country with greater opportunities, go to America, go to Canada, go to Europe. But you see, Liberia is still hard, like Nigeria. So don't have it in your head that maybe Liberia is such a country that if you come, you start making it big. Bro, would they suffer here also? Just that would they enjoy the holidays?
At this point, you need to stop. Even the Liberians are warning him to stop. He's confused.
Live for yourself, live for those who care truly. Do not engage in hypocrisy. The essence of life is supernatural. The gift to humanity is sanity. Drink the waters of life.
Brother, don't compare us at all. Praise Liberia and refrain from destroying the image of their education system. Refrain from generalizing and destroying the image of the entire nation Nigeria. This is how all this nonsense starts. Better stop all this. Stop comparing these two nations. They are not the same. Each of these nations, they have their own strengths and their own weaknesses. Can we learn to appreciate people without comparing them to others? That is the best way to go about it. We need to stop all this. And you see, I've come to also defend my nation, Nigeria, because I will always defend Nigeria. Leave Liberians alone. Stop bringing all these unwarranted comparisons. You trigger hate in them. You trigger fear in them. And tomorrow when they start saying, oh, insecurity in Nigeria, Nigerians are scammers, you people will still be the one that will come to start defending yourselves. But you started this. If what is happening in Ghana and South Africa won't teach you a lesson, then I don't know what you want to learn.